Hi, everybody. Joe Chaffee here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, we're going to cover another big storm that's moving through the northern plains, producing blizzard conditions in the Dakotas, widespread severe weather tonight in the Mississippi Valley, and then also moving into parts of the Ohio Valley during Wednesday. In the meantime, weather in the east has been relatively calm. So we'll have all that tonight coming up at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time right here on my YouTube channel. And as we check out some of the watches and warnings that are up as of 3:30 Eastern Time, there's a lot of them across the plains. We've got blizzard warnings in the Dakotas, parts of Minnesota where it's not a blizzard warning, it's a winter storm warning. And many of these areas are going to wind up with a foot to a foot and a half of snow. Still going to start breaking out into some severe weather watches as we go in through this evening. We've got some wind advisories up in parts of the Ohio Valley, also along the western Gulf Coast, from western Louisiana into East Texas, also back up into Missouri and parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. High wind warnings in the southwest. Just another one of these very busy days with regards to severe weather today on the 4th of April. We are, on the other hand, in the east, enjoying a very nice day. The only exception is in upstate New York and then east across northern New England, there's a backdoor cold front that's sitting here. And it is not moving southward, at least not yet. And that has allowed the areas to the south of that front to warm up into the 70s for highs today. It's going to be a little bit different tomorrow because we are going to see that front sag southward. Meanwhile, you can see out in the west where we've got some lightning flashes starting to show up on the satellite loop and a lot of clouds from the Great Lakes west across the plains and into the northern Rockies. And that is the next storm. And the clouds that are coming out of the Pacific, that's the subtropical moisture and eventually some Gulf moisture that's going to feed into all of this as that storm develops. Some leftover light showers in southern New Hampshire and southernmost Maine. Otherwise, that backdoor front really isn't producing very much. We've got a few severe thunderstorm warnings going on around the Chicago area as of 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and then on the to the northwest in northern Minnesota, back through North and South Dakota. This is all snow, and it's coming with winds of gusting to 40 miles an hour or higher as that low moves out of Colorado and heads on up toward the western lakes. The Storm Prediction Center has two areas of moderate risk, one in eastern Iowa and northwestern Illinois, the other one in southern Missouri down through western Arkansas. This storm is similar to the one from last week. The difference is this is probably about 75 to 100 miles, a little bit more to the northwest. So the severe weather axis here is a little bit further to the west than it was back on Friday when many areas in the Mississippi Valley and points further east got hammered with severe weather. This time around, we're going to just wait until tonight and tomorrow. This is tomorrow's risk area, large area of enhanced risk in the Ohio Valley from Michigan down to northeastern Arkansas and western Tennessee. Big area of slight risk that extends into western New York and western Pennsylvania and points south down into Louisiana. When we go to Thursday, we see a marginal risk. I am not really anticipating this to get much beyond a marginal risk for severe weather because the upper air dynamics with this is different than what we saw last week for the eastern part of the United States. But Thursday is going to be a very warm day. We'll probably see 80s push up from Virginia into New Jersey, maybe even to about New York City. And that is creating a zone for a marginal risk, so isolated severe thunderstorms from New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania southwest into western North Carolina. So here is our east-west boundary. You see on the GFS, and you also could see the low in Kansas with the isobars pointing toward Wisconsin and the blue snows in the Dakotas and in Minnesota. That backdoor front will start to push southward. By tomorrow, I think it's going to cut New Jersey in half. If you're in southern New Jersey, southern Pennsylvania, and southward, you'll probably be in the 70s. If you're in northern New Jersey, and particularly New York City, the Hudson Valley, north and east, Long Island, into southern and southeastern New England, you're probably just going to be in the upper 40s to mid 50s with lots of clouds and maybe even some light rain or drizzle. Meanwhile, you see how the GFS generates what looks like a line of storms from that low Wednesday morning. Of course, you have to deal with the severe weather that'll develop tonight. Then during the day tomorrow, it shifts into the Ohio Valley. That warm front's going to come back up northward, and Thursday will be that very warm day when this cold front will approach. We'll probably see some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening on Thursday. Drier air comes in Friday. The front's going to get hung up in the southeast. That might nudge some rain, maybe to just touching southern New Jersey early Saturday morning, but then it gets suppressed southward. So I think that the weekend is going to be fine. Maybe there'll be some, Friday looks okay. Maybe there'll be some high clouds around on Saturday, veiling the sunshine, but Sunday should be okay too. And temperatures are going to be running a little bit cooler than average as we go through the Easter holiday weekend. So we'll see you tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time.